my mom, she used to buy me all of these books, right? And one of the books that she bought me was The Principles and Power of Vision by Dr. Miles Monroe. And I probably read that book for the first time probably 17, 18 years ago. Okay. And a quote that still sticks with me today that really allows me to continue to move with purpose. Dr. Miles Monroe said, God is such a God that he wouldn't even allow you to think it if it was impossible. So being able to just fathom something, to be able to create an idea or to have something burning in your spirit, your soul, your thoughts, your mind, is all the evidence that you need, that you got everything that's required, you got everything that it takes to go make it happen. You know, and the rest is going to be left up to you.
Man, shit, if y'all not inspired right now, y'all, whatever you're thinking, go get it.
For sure.
You're going to have me, I might have to read that book. You done messed me
Bro,
up
that's a must read.
That's a must read.
That's a must read.
It feels like it. It might not make it on the coffee table. I'm going to have to actually put that in the room. Man, y'all, well, we got another beautiful episode of World's Greatest Game. I got my brother, Chris Cole, coming in all the way from, I don't know where you been, man. You all over the damn
all
world.
over the place. I was just telling somebody that I hadn't slept in my bed in 2 months.
Look, that's the life of a boss. That's that CEO with a whole lot of O's and commas in there.
Yeah, definitely.
But, man, thank you for taking some time. I know you had a big day today.
Yeah.
So, actually, tell the folks a little bit about your day today.
I appreciate you having me, first of all. But today was the official rollout of my automated trading program. So making this retail investment space more accessible to the retail trader.
Yeah.
So I released it in the community today, probably about 45 minutes ago.
Wow.
And in less than an hour, I think. Last time I looked at the numbers right before we came up, did about 1.2 million in the last 45 minutes.
I mean, real numbers.
Yeah, real numbers.
Real numbers, real life.
Yeah.
Real life numbers.
Yeah.
But you bring in a skill set to the people, man. So even let's back up a little bit, because I want to get into BWO, that you founded, but you found a whole bunch of stuff. So let's go back, your origin story.
Yeah.
I always like to go all the way back when we dealing with folks, because this show right now, this is really for our Venture Noir members, right? Our nonprofit, and it's about falling in love with the process, right? Our journey. The world's greatest game is our own lives, right? So what's that process to self-mastery? And I've watched you for a long time. I've known you for a little while now, man, and you preach that, you talk it, but you live it.
Right.
So let's talk about your journey.
Man, originally from Augusta, Georgia. Graduated high school from Westside High School, and actually finished college at Augusta State University. But coming up, man, in a harsh environment, impoverished environment, of course, growing up, you didn't really know that you was poor in the midst of it. Right. So you learn a skill set, a mindset, a attitude that really translates into your adulthood because of the conditions and the environment and different things of that nature. And for me, I've just been fortunate and blessed enough to be able to transfer that skill set and mindset into something that's now serving the people.
Yeah. And on top of that, you're a hell of a golfer.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's my place of peace, man.
Yeah. I mean, we gotta talk about that, because this man, don't let him fool you. Don't play with him. Definitely don't bet with his ass out there on the course. But I mean, you are not an average golfer. You're not a good golfer. You are a PGA level golfer.
Right.
Man, how the hell is that, just from being in Augusta?
Man, growing up around the game, actually the neighborhood that I grew up in is actually adjacent to the Augusta National, where they hold the Masters at every year.
Okay.
And the Augusta Country Club, where the rich folks of Augusta, are members. So our neighborhood was unique from the standpoint that the men in the neighborhood, they were either caddies at the Augusta National or they were caddies at the Augusta Country Club.
Got it.
And I was primarily raised by my grandmother and my great aunt, and they used to walk up to the other side of the neighborhoods and take care of the rich folks' kids, clean for them, cook for them, etc. So, as a kid, man, we used to hop the gate to the Augusta National not even knowing what the Augusta National was.
Yeah.
You know, the most prestigious golf club in the world.
Absolutely.
And we used to hop the gate, go over there and steal golf balls when we see them in the fairway, and different things of that nature, not even knowing, you know, what it was, what it stood for, what it represented. And for me, I found a place of peace, or what I call a sanctuary, with the game of golf. You know, it just kind of took me away from everything that I was dealing with, everything that I didn't understand, and things that I might have been stressing about. And I tell people all the time, I just got good on accident.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, a lot of that stemmed from the process. Talking about the game of golf, I was explaining to somebody today, and I say the game of golf forces you to be present.
Yeah.
It's the only game that forces you to be in the present moment, and most of us live a life where we don't spend much time in the present moment.
Yeah.
You know, we worrying about shit that already happened, or things that we want to happen, or things that might happen.
Yeah.
So, you know, the process of the game, the beauty of the game, is one that embeds the skill set of dwelling in the moment, you know, consistently.
Because I struggle, so I need to develop that mindset. Because I done messed up a whole lot of courses.
Right.
It's a few groundskeepers that probably still looking for me.
They mad at you.
Yeah. If I broke one of your windows, y'all, I do apologize. No, but that I always love that story, man, about you, and just you wouldn't expect it.
Right.
You know, which is also sad. Right. That we don't think that there's a whole lot of brothers out there that are amazing at golf. And,
right.
And you are one of them. So that's super cool. So post college, now you get into the world of entrepreneurship.
Right.
And I mean, you do it all, man. So for the folks that don't know, because again, BWO is one of the things that you run, but you got a whole lot of businesses.
Yeah, I own 12 other businesses, and just off the top of my head right now, I probably can't even name them all. But from trucking, marketing, vitamin and supplements, manufacturing company. In the middle of COVID, just started a gun and ammunition business. A vegan food truck in Atlanta. You know, for me, I just get a kick out of manifesting.
Yeah.
You know, having an idea, having a thought, and being able to turn just a thought or idea and being able to manifest it into the physical realm, and allowing other people to enjoy and see and experience the things that was birthed in my head, in my spirit. You
know, the line that always sticks out, and I tell it a lot, and I always give you credit, so I never steal it. But when we were sitting at SLS, actually in Beverly Hills, that day, and you know, you said that's why they call it currency.
Right.
It's got to keep moving.
Got to flow.
It's got to flow. It's got to go back and forth, and you live that. So I love that line. So what is your process of looking at a business that you are going to create? Like, what's your process? How are you going about that? Because especially with 12.
Right? Yeah. With 12, really, man, about how I can put other people in position to max out their skill set and their value that they bring to the table, as well as, I mean, obviously the dollars. Does it make sense? Does the plan, does the blueprint come out on a positive when I sit out and I scratch the plan out on paper? Because you can have a great idea, or you can have a great product, but if you don't understand the business side of things, if you don't understand business structure, you can have the best fried chicken in the world, you can have the best innovative technology in the world, but if you don't understand the business and the business structure side of things, it's inevitable to fail.
So are you acquiring talent? Like, are you looking for the talent that sits within the folks that are around you, and then what businesses you could shape around them? Or are you looking at the business first and saying that's an opportunity, and then I can put somebody in place that has a skill set that would be complementary to it? Yeah,
it's a combination of both. Definitely talent and people that's in position that's been growing and doing their own due diligence, their own work and self-mastery, that's ready to, you know, step up and fill a position. But also, I've always been able to kind of have a foresight or you know, a vision of where we are now and where things are going to go. So when it comes to establishing a business, I might see an opportunity before everybody else realize what the opportunity is. You know, and I might have a homeboy, a family member, or, you know, just a close associate that I already have in mind that can bring some value to the table or to the business and put them in place.
And that's another thing, man. You take care of your family, man, your friends, all your day ones.
Right, absolutely. Just retired dead in March.
Yeah.
Took him off the job for 26 years of slanging tractors for John Deere.
That's it. And I love it, but you don't. It's not that you are just financing folks.
Right.
You're putting them in positions to win.
Right.
Right. And where they're earning for themselves. Right. And they're finding their own independence. What is that? Is there pressure in that? How do you feel?
Nah, it's not pressure, especially when it comes to friends and family, because friends and family, they also seen the process.
Yeah.
You know, they seen me 10, 15 years ago, you know, before, you know, I'm at where I'm at now. You know what I mean? So it's no pressure, but I've always been the type of person to want to put my people, my friends, my families and associates in position and give them an opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, I don't believe in just taking care of people or giving handouts, but definitely putting people in position to do what they do best.
I love it. And you also a family man.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Gearing had number 4.
I was about to say, you got babies over there.
Yeah, man, I got babies, man. Gearing had number 4. Gonna work on number 5, get a basketball team.
Look, I mean, you know, nothing wrong. Go ahead and get 11 then. You know,
nah, I'm straight.
You know, I played football, so got a whole offense or defense, whichever one you want over there. Look, you take it. No, but that is always beautiful. And I know you always work hard, man, to spend time with your family. So let's talk about the more recent baby that you have, right, with BWO.
Right.
So for those that don't know, please shed some light and just kind of give an overview of what that is.
BWO is a community that really empowers is really geared toward the African American and the brown community. Late last year, a statistic came out that said by year 2053, African Americans will have a $0 net worth. We got more degree African Americans than ever before. We got more African Americans that's millionaires than ever before. But yet the wealth gap continues to widen. So obviously it's not our ability to get jobs or to make money. It's our inability to really understand and know how money works in the first place.
Yeah.
And most of us, even with us being millionaires or 6-figure earners or educated folk, we have a poor relationship with money. You know, because our relationship with money is something that was really formed and understood as a child that we carried into adulthood. Yeah. So me and my partners, we decided to get together and create a program that was really geared toward mindset as well as the knowledge and the understanding of what it actually takes to build wealth, to create wealth, to leave a legacy, so we don't keep perpetuating this cycle of just, you know, foolishness, really.
Yeah.
You know, because what I teach is money is the evidence of the transfer of energy, right? And if money is the evidence of transfer of energy, somebody got to possess it in the first place.
Yep.
Well, who possessed the energy? Me and you.
Yeah.
Right? So those of us who are not in a financially sound situation, it really boils down to us not really understanding our self-worth.
Ooh.
Right. So we you know, most of us put our energy out in a way that's more beneficial to other people than it is ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, and when we talk about entrepreneurship is simply a person that embraces the process of harnessing their energy and emitting their energy in a way that's more beneficial to them than it is anybody else. An entrepreneur understand that they are their most valuable asset.
Yeah. You know, it's always interesting because I call it the effects of like generational poverty.
Right.
But there's always this inherent sense of humility within our community. And we think that it's wrong to be selfish or to talk about ourselves or to harness our own energy. We reflect on others. It's a lot of team. It's a lot of we. It's doing it for the greater good, instead of are we taking care of just ourselves. And I love the movement. I love what you said, right, about the energy, because when you look at the black community specifically, we're the creators of culture.
Right.
We're influencing almost every major category of consumption around the world.
Right.
So we have the energy.
Right, absolutely. Absolutely.
But to your point, are we harnessing it and advancing ourselves?
Right.
So what does that process look like for you guys, and how are you guys teaching that? Is that through webinars, sessions? Like
yeah,
what?
so webinars, we have a vault where my brother, Dr. Jake Taylor Jacobs, he teach private banking blueprint.
Okay.
So how to take life insurance and use life insurance the way to create wealth, right? Where you don't necessarily have to work for your wealth. You can literally buy your net worth, right? Brother Ben X with digital real estate, so teaching people how to navigate the World Wide Web and establishing their dominance and presence there. And myself in the capital markets, teaching people how to day trade, build long-term wealth, portfolio, how to balance a portfolio, how to invest and diversify portfolio, and really get rid of the middleman. The financial advisors and all of these other people that's stealing money from you. And it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, it's your blood, sweat, and tears that put you in position to have this money in the first place. It's your energy. Right? So why would I put my energy in the things that I work for in the hands of another man or another woman and expect them to do right by my money?
That's a question. I mean, I don't know.
I
love that. And you guys are talking about crypto and NFTs, so you're also talking about some of the new waves.
The currency of the future.
Absolutely.
Right. Digitization. My brother 19 Keys talk about it in Infinite Wealth Strategies and the program that he's building over there.
Shout out to Keys. He was on the podcast.
Yeah. And it's not just the wave, it's the future. And I tell people all the time, most recently this past year when we talk about these stimulus checks and PPP and all these other bills that's been passed, if you go and read these bills, it's cryptocurrency and digital currency written all through every single one of those stimulus bills that's been passed the last 12 to 18 months.
Wow.
But nobody gonna take the time out to read a $400 and something bill. They just want their $1,200 or their $10,000 if they got an LLC or whatever the case might be.
You were right about that, because I definitely didn't read it.
Right.
Wow. Okay, I gotta go in on that one. You just blew my mind with some of that. So as you're looking at diversifying, right, and so you're thinking about BWO, you're also playing in other assets, right? You're looking at real estate. So are you guys also talking real estate? And how that development works, or is that something you do more personally?
No, definitely real estate piece, because the only guaranteed way to pass down wealth is through life insurance and real estate. So when we start talking about building wealth, leaving a legacy, you definitely have to include real estate into the portfolio. So real estate and life insurance are two main components. We got the capital market piece in there to help people generate income in the moment. Show them how to create cash flow, so now they can start building their own bank through high cash value life insurance policies. Ensure the passage of wealth through real estate investments and different things of that nature, in the real estate market.
All right, so let's go deep, right? Let's take a double click down now. So look, we're talking about wealth creation, and you have definitely mastered that. Well, let me not say mastered it, right? Because I don't think you would say that. You have a handle on yourself, and you're continuing to work at it.
Right.
And not only are you working at it, you're also teaching, right? I don't think anybody masters money.
Right.
We just continue to work at it and try to keep up.
Right. Because mastering money is exercising self-mastery.
Correct.
And do we ever really master self?
It's a process and a journey.
It's a process and a journey, absolutely.
So now what comes with that, right? So let's go personally, right? You are raised without money, right, and impoverished. You come into quite a bit of wealth.
Right.
How do you handle that? Because I think that's a transition. I think a lot of us have a fear.
Listen,
of that.
It's easy for me. I tell people all the time, my mama my gatekeeper.
Okay, there
you know
it
what
is.
I mean?
Yeah.
And I think, in all seriousness, I think it's important to have a gatekeeper for that type of financial situation or that financial environment. Because every time I get around my family, I don't want to talk about money, or I don't want to not come around my family because, somebody going to be asking me for this or asking me for that. So having my mother and them knowing that my mom is going to know their business when it comes to whatever financial matters, I think that wards off a lot of the the extra.
Yeah.
You know, now granted, I'm a big-hearted, very generous person. I like to expose my family to different experiences taking places, you know, scratch shit off their bucket list, etc. But at the same time, you know, I cut somebody off when I feel like they, you know, might be trying to take advantage or overstep the situation. You know what I mean?
I love it. I love it because my mom is my accountability.
Yeah.
All the time. She don't care about none of this stuff.
Right.
She's like, look, we're gonna keep it tight over here.
Yeah.
She always tells me, it's a line she uses, you gotta take your tie off around me.
Right.
She don't want that corporate, I gotta get out of that structure. She's like, I'm still your mom. This is how we're gonna talk. So I love that. I love that in the family. Now, do you have a lot of family members that work with you?
Right.
Okay. And your wife works with you.
Right.
Which is also incredible. So what is that new program? Because I know you got a new launch
with
so it's
BWO. BWO fit her background. She was a celebrity personal trainer, fitness instructor in Atlanta. In between her and my brother-in-law, I don't know anybody who knows the ins and outs of fitness and the body the way that they do.
Yeah.
You know,
and he was a pro
football player. Yeah, he was running back at University of Arkansas.
That's it.
So, I mean, his knowledge base when it comes to the body and the understanding of how the body works and how it functions is endless. And funny enough, man, people, you know, they ask me sometimes, like, how did you and Lauren end up getting married? And my answer is simple. It's like Lauren was the first woman who literally like came and changed me, right? And when I say changed me, she had me on this meal plan, and I mean, I was active, athlete, etc. I know what a diet like, and you know, working out, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, but she put me on this meal plan, had me, you know, charting my calories and protein, and I'm carb cycling and all of this stuff, man. In about 6 weeks, man, I was in the best shape ever. You know, only to find out that it was her brother who was putting all the plays together for her, you know what I mean? Yeah. So you know, here we are, you know, years later.
I love it.
You know, putting both of them in position, brother sister combo.
Yeah.
You know, they two of the best in the business.
Love it.
You know, and we getting ready to change the game with that.
Yeah, I love what's coming with BWO Fit.
It's just not your regular fitness program. It's, you know, the health and wealth component as well as strategic partnerships that is going to allow the members to also partake in revenue share and entrepreneur opportunities as well.
And I love just I think that's what I enjoy so much about, you know, watching BWO and what you guys have done. It is holistic.
Right.
Like, you don't it's not just money.
Right.
Because it's the mind, right? It's self-care, it's family, it's legacy, right? It's fitness and your overall health. You guys are cobbling what just wellness is, like the full life and the full individual.
Right.
And I think that's what it takes to actually achieve well.
Right. Money only solves financial problems.
That's it.
You know, and really when we start talking about the premise of BWO and what we after, yes, I addressed the alarming statistic 2053. They say African Americans have a $0 net worth. But what we really teaching people is to alleviate the financial aspect, because most of us spend majority of our lives chasing money.
Yeah.
Because we don't have enough of it, or we feel like we don't have enough.
Absolutely.
Right? And we don't spend the time really addressing the things that has plagued the black family. Yeah. Generational curses. Yeah. You know, the hurt, the pain, the disappointment. Yeah. You know, and different things of that nature. So if we can alleviate all the time we spend chasing money, the thing that seems to be so elusive. Yeah. Right now we got the time to really address the things that's really going to keep us from perpetuating this cycle that's harmed us for centuries.
Yeah. It's like a life of abundance. You know, it's it was something that I know as an entrepreneur. I talked to a lot of entrepreneurs that, you know, have gone through fundraising, right, just from a venture capital standpoint, and they never raise enough. Right. Right. And so they're scared to ask for what they really need. Right. So they ask for a number, right, or they pitch for a number that they think they can get. Right. Because they're so used to this scarcity mindset. Right. And you know, you get used to the struggle. Right. Right. And everything being hard and fighting.
You get comfortable and complacent in it.
You get comfortable in it. And in the moment you start operating with the sense of abundance, your creativity, everything starts to flow. Right. And you notice that the really successful companies, they are raising so that they have an abundance
right.
of cash.
Right.
They're not
and they easily raising the money.
Well, you know, that's another topic.
Yeah.
You know, that's another situation where we're working through that and we're trying to address it. But I think it's just that mindset where you go after what you really need to get comfortable. And
right.
I think, you know, you telling folks to not spend all their time chasing money, but then to be able to dedicate their time to their family.
Right.
And shift the priorities on the things that really matter. It's a beautiful process.
Right.
That's a beautiful process. So I mean, what's next, right? So Auto Trader launched.
Right.
Which I have purchased.
Right.
In case y'all are wondering. This we not making up stuff over here. I purchased downstairs on the early.
Right before the set.
Right before. So I'm in.
Right.
We got a family of traders over here. But what else? What else are you working on? Right? What's the future since you said that?
So
well, the future you can tell us about.
Yeah, the future I can
don't
tell
give
you
all
about.
your goals.
Yeah, so I am getting ready to drop the first black-owned Forex and cryptocurrency exchange.
Okay.
So the whole premise again with BWO is educating our folks in the arena of finances, but also building the technology and the platforms for them to execute on.
Okay.
So ownership.
Yeah.
You know, so getting ready to drop that. That's going to be set to release late July, early August. So we talking about another 3-4 weeks.
Okay.
September.
Just break down Forex for folks that may not be familiar.
Yeah, Forex is trading currencies,
yeah.
right? So being able to trade currency pairs, you know, the pound, dollar, Japanese USD, Japanese yen, etc. On a platform.
Okay.
You know, and that's a multi-trillion-dollar a day market, trade 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
So giving our people access, and it's popular. And one of the reasons I decided to go that route is because it's so much bullshit out there as it pertains to Forex and trading on Instagram and social media. So let's build a platform. We already got BWO, the educational platform, to bring them in and, you know, put our people on our platform and educate them for free.
Yeah.
You know, and really it's the same model that our country was built on.
Yeah.
In the public school system. Say, okay, well, we'll teach y'all we'll educate you for free.
Yeah.
You know, we'll indoctrinate you for free.
Yeah.
Only so you can operate and maneuver in our platform to our benefit.
Absolutely.
To no benefit of you.
Yeah.
You know, so now we're building a platform that's mutually beneficial.
Yeah.
Right. You execute on our platform, you join our platform, and you simultaneously get education for free.
I love that.
It's a win-win situation for both parties.
It's a win-win for everybody. So
Right.
you are now looking at the tech aspect of it, right? So you're teaching the skills, but then you're helping to automate that,
Right.
to reclaim people's time.
Right.
It's helping people reclaim time.
Right.
So you can wake up in the morning, turn your laptop on,
and get to it,
and then get on with your business, with your day, and your personal life, and all the things that you love.
Right.
Now, you've had a hell of a quarantine.
Yeah.
You moved around more than a lot of us.
Yeah.
I caught up with you a couple times.
Yeah.
But talk about how was quarantine like? 'Cause
Man,
you were moving, man.
Yeah, I was moving quite a bit during quarantine. It was crazy to see how the entire world was shut down.
Yeah.
Because I was still going to, I still visit a few countries in the midst of quarantine and different things of that nature. But to come out to L.A., to go to New York, to go to Miami, to go to Jamaica, to go to Mexico and see that the entire world was shut down, it was alarming.
Yeah.
But one thing that, that I live by saying, every time I went to one of these places, my brain just got to moving even more. It's like, how can I expand in this moment of contraction? You know what I mean? So my mindset was like, why the entire world is contracting, what is it that I can do to make my legacy, my name, my business, my mission, my purpose expand in the midst of this?
How do you manage your time, right? Because it's one of the things, that I probably talk to you the most about.
Right.
Because you got 12 businesses.
Yeah.
I don't even have that many.
Right.
And I'm crazy as hell.
Right.
But I'm struggling sometimes.
Right.
Right? Just with time management.
Right.
So, and I want you to say this because you told me this and it was extremely helpful. So
Right.
I need you to say it now on the mic. So as you're going through your day, how do you manage your time? What do you focus on?
Man, really the process. And every day I have a to-do list, and I write it down, and my to-do list every morning in a journal, and I wake up in the morning and I literally scratch them off one by one.
Yeah.
And most importantly, like I dwell in the moment.
Yeah. I'm going to say one of the things you had told me that always stuck with me, and it was you said you look at yourself and your job as to keep things moving.
Right.
So you're identifying what's stuck.
Right. Absolutely.
And I thought that was just, it was so simple.
Right.
When he said it to me, because I think for a lot of us as entrepreneurs, as founders, as CEOs, there's a lot of things that you want to do. Right. Right. That you can touch, that you can think about. Right. But the goal is to make sure everything is moving. Right. Make sure it's moving in the right direction. Right. So if something is stuck, that's a bad business. Right. Your job is to then identify that and keep that moving. Right. And I got that, and I'm a big reader, and I actually got that from the book called The Goal by Eli Goldratt. And he called it a bottleneck. So being able to... Y'all know I don't read that much. Y'all know I'm a skimmer, So but now I got the book, though. So there it is. I mean, I get it now. You just saved me a day or two.
Yeah. So now you get the cliff notes on it.
That's it. No, keep going.
But at the end of the day, it's really just about being able to identify the bottlenecks and the things that need work. And, when it's time to address those things, ask yourself the question, is this serving my business or is it hindering my business? Right? Because some of the blockages that we face personally and professionally don't serve us. Right? So why are we holding on to them?
Give me an example of that.
From a personal standpoint, friends that don't add any value to your purpose, to your work. Okay. Professionally, you holding on to 5 media guys when you only need 1. Right? Just because they cool or they not causing no problem.
Personnel.
But but at the end of the day, the bottom line is the bottom line.
Had somebody tell me a long time ago, it was hire slow, fire quick. Yeah. And I know you abide by that.
Absolutely.
So yes. So all right. I needed you to share that because I think that was eye opening, because I know we're both on that Billy or bust move.
Billy or bust, that's for sure.
But I think your mentality and how you approach it all is it's just clear. Like, you're very grounded in yourself. And so as again, I promise I wouldn't take up too much of your time, but I think as you've gone through your maturation, what do you think is your superpower?
My superpower is really understanding my purpose. Okay. And waking up on a daily basis and being able to walk in my purpose. When you know something beyond a shadow of a doubt, you move with a different swag, with a different confidence, what I mean? And that it's no need of me to be jealous or envious or, show any type of hate or be fearful or greed, because, no man, woman, situation, circumstance can keep me from the things that God promised to me. So I don't mind sharing. I don't mind educating. I don't mind imparting, my knowledge and understanding into, everybody that's in my realm, because what's for me is for me.
I'm damn near tempted to end it right there, because like, that's the whole word. I mean, that's what this podcast is about. Right. Right. That's what World's Greatest Game is about. I think, you and I, we've talked about this before, but it's, we live in this kind of world, in this society now, where we're seeing so much online, right? There's a lot of clout chasing, right? There's a lot of clickbait stuff out there. There's a lot of scams out there. There's a lot of these things that are pulling at our insecurities, right? Sometimes, right? Or our dissatisfaction with ourselves or our situation, right? And they're poking at it, poking at it, and it's causing us to go deeper into our depressions, our funks, right? Our nonsense, right? At times where we're trying to chase things that aren't necessarily for us and won't bring us happiness, right? Because we see that, because a lot of us achieve some of those things, or we get them, and then we're still not happy, right? So we know that it's the wrong thing. And I think I love what you said, because you're focused in on your purpose, what is for you, right? Has nothing to do with anybody else, right? It's about your journey, your process, your self-mastery. And I think, man, that's something that we all gotta we all have to adhere to. But you know, now, hell, you done gave the whole word. That should have been the last one, but I got to give you one more. So,
right.
Look, is there anything you want to leave us with aside from that? Because you done gave all kinds of gems.
Yeah.
So aside from, make sure y'all go check out BWO. I want to make sure everybody does that because I think it's an amazing platform that you guys have created for the culture.
Right.
So I definitely think everybody should go check it out. That is something I'm excited to dive into, and I got a couple cousins that will be on the platform.
Yeah.
There's some folks, you know what I mean? You guys know how I am. I'm gonna have everybody, because I might not go too deep on it, but I can let everybody else do a little more.
Right.
But what do you want to leave us with?
Really, man, I was talking with someone earlier today, and they asked me, was like, what was the most profound thing that you've learned or heard that has stuck with me during this process? And for me, I remember when I started moving into this transition and start living on the other side, my mom, she used to buy me all of these books, right? And one of the books that she bought me was The Principles and Power of Vision by Dr. Miles Monroe. And I probably read that book for the first time probably 17, 18 years ago. Okay. And a quote that still sticks with me today that really allows me to continue to move with purpose. Dr. Miles Monroe said, God is such a God that he wouldn't even allow you to think it if it was impossible. So being able to just fathom something, to be able to create an idea or to have something burning in your spirit, your soul, your thoughts, your mind, is all the evidence that you need, that you got everything that's required, you got everything that it takes to go make it happen, you know, and the rest is going to be left up to you.
Man, shit, if y'all not inspired right now, y'all, whatever you're thinking, go get it.
For sure.
You're going to have me, I might have to read that book. You done messed me up.
Bro, that's a must read.
That's a must read.
That's a must read.
It feels like it. It might not make it on the coffee table. I'm going to have to actually put that in the room. That's not going to be for show. Man, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that. Man, it's inspiring, you know, for all of us, no matter where you come from, what we're doing. Like you said, if you can think it, go get it. You can do it. You wouldn't put it in your head.
If it was impossible.
That's beautiful, man. Well, one, congratulations on all the success. Thank you again for taking some time out. I know we got the driver downstairs, man. I know you got to move. You probably got another gala or event. But we appreciate it, man. And I'm excited to continue to follow the journey. I'm excited to have our members interact with your members so we can collectively learn. And I love just the community spirit, man, about uplifting us and creating change. So thank you. With that, you guys, make sure you guys follow Chris Cole on Instagram, all the channels. Y'all check out BWO and all the brothers over there. But man, it's a beautiful another episode of World's Greatest Game. So make sure you guys subscribe, all that, share it. We're gonna have a lot of clips because he gave all the gems. But you guys share that out, man, because somebody needs to hear this. So thank you for sharing it, man.
Man, I appreciate you having me, bro.
Absolutely. Woo. That was a whole word. Shit.